Hey, what's up, guys? Just working at my my workstation here, the studio. Uh, I'm working on this stuff to try to get this out for Friday. More than 4 pages since I was delayed. I want to try to get maybe six, maybe even 8 pages out. But who knows? We'll see what happens. So, but I figured that what I would do is I would show the magic, the process of drawing. And mind you, I am not a trained artist in the slightest. Um, I'm probably doing everything wrong. I'm drawing on paper. I'm drawing on copy paper. Okay, I remember and I remember this back even before him. EVS. He said that you don't draw the size of the paper. You draw on the big paper. Well, that's all well and good. I remember buying some of the Bristol paper back in the day to the size, and you're supposed to shrink it. When you shrink the art, it does look better, right? Problem is that I couldn't fit it. I remember buying that paper. I couldn't fit it on any copier I could find or any scanner. I couldn't scan it in. So you can say, well, you don't know. The other thing is the blue pencil. I need to get my hands on a blue pencil. I had one, but you can still see the blue. So I just use this mechanical pencil here. I don't even know where I got this. I got the refills, which I bought in the, I think Walmart. It's 0.7 millimeters. And I like to use these, the Faber-Castell. These are from Deutschland. I like the S, which I believe is the point 0.3. I also remember using this. These are from Japan. Micron, the Pigmos, right? These are point 0.3. Look, you get the little sakura, right? You get the little flower there, right? The cherry blossom. Japan and Germany. It's funny how many good things come out of those places. Makes you wonder, maybe. Anyway, let me shut up. So here's a page here, right? I use the ink. I don't use the different millimeter sizes. I just pretty much draw everything with that. And one of the things with drawing, right? I remember I used to draw. I would just draw like a face, and you just keep doing it enough, you get better at it. But I remember when if you go to any drawing book, they will tell you you make these circles, right? You see that? You make the circles, like right here. You can see the pencil. I haven't inked that yet. You make these circles, and I'm kind of screwed it up in a way. The eyes are supposed to be literally on this line here, but I do it a little different because yeah, I'm a dick. When I started doing these circles, at first everything came out really stiff. I was like, this sucks. I don't understand why are we doing this? I'm not gonna do this, right? And I forced myself to keep doing it, okay, practicing and whatnot, and still, breaking a lot of rules. Eventually, though, this process of drawing these circles and the old trick, right? The top portion is foreheads, the bottom portion is foreheads. All right, so your 8 heads. The human body is like 8 heads high from foot to head. When I started doing this more and more, it started to click. Right? It was a counterintuitive thing that came into its own once I just forced myself to do it enough. All right, so let's go here. Also, one of the things too, this Peacock comic is very dialogue heavy. It's a lot more dialogue heavy than even I like. My composition is not good enough yet. But for example, like the Island Dominion, it was easier. There's a lot more bigger panels, a lot more dynamic action. But the Peacock is a different world. It's like a Silent Girls Club. There's a more setup. I have to set things up. There has to be a degree of exposition. So there's a lot of talking, more than I like. But whatever, it's a work in progress. So I'll take one of these pens, right? I'll go here and I'll draw. Let's see if I screw this up here. It would really kind of suck because it's another thing, and I don't know why I do this. I don't make copies of this. I don't have time or to make the trip, so I just draw like this. If I make a mistake, All of these will be screwed up. That's how I've always drawn it. Okay, whiteout fucking sucks. There's other ways to do it, but I just draw, right? So I'll draw here. Let's see if you. So this is Olivia, right? This is the rich Australian secret girlfriend of Matt Donahue. So I'm drawing the nose here, right? And they're both very tall people, Celtic descended people, right? So, and as you can see, I totally did not follow what I drew. There's a degree of stuff that's done just, I don't know, freehand, which is just come out over time. That is not the way you probably should do it. Any art teacher right now will probably be castigating me big time, right? And they would be totally right to do that, and I wouldn't make an excuse or say anything in my defense other than I'm just going for it, So it's like learning something backwards, Of course, she's a woman, so I draw the eyelashes a little more pronounced, but I'll add to this, obviously. So, and she's just going to be giving a little wise. She's trying to calm him down because he wants to beat the hell out of Kurt Diebert here. And you got you got the bouncers on either side. You got, this guy here looking pro. Then you got this character, a drag queen bouncer. Actually, it's funny. There's another one in the front. They were just supposed to be like background characters, but as the story went on, I actually am going to make them regulars. It's kind of funny. And you got Carl trying to calm him down. And he's like, he doesn't want to hear it. Anyway, enough talking. Let's keep drawing here. So she's wearing men's clothes because she had to sneak into his mansion, right, without the paparazzi making a big scene or at least confusing them. So, of course, her fingers should be a little more littler right there. All right. Also, the big thing, and this is the problem, but a lot of it is just because of the size, right, is that you want to draw, like, the whole body. A lot of stuff is you see, like, especially since I'm fitting a lot of panels in, you don't see the legs. Now, you can say that's a cheat, and it sort of is a cheat, but in terms of the composition, I'm using 8x11, all right? So I really can't show a lot of that, and like I said, I'm hoping later on, with now this thing established, the story, I can do more, here. And it's like drawing collars, right? It took a long time for me to draw clothes or try to begin to draw clothes properly. I actually just copied the art book, Genesis Clown Must Be the art book that I got for like $20. There's so much good sketch art in there, and I'm following that since it's a huge influence on me. Anyway, so let me finish this here. Of course, you gotta grow a more broad chin for this guy, right? He's very angry, right? He's the hero, and he's being a big asshole because he just cannot stand that there's someone in public that has a different opinion than him, who calls him out. Everybody likes him. So he just, he's kind of being a dick. This is the hero. I think it's kind of funny. Let's see. I made the eye a little too big there, but I could fix that. I like to do, I don't know why I do those little lines there. And I like to do this with the nose. You see this a lot in anime. I will say that the style that I'm drawing, especially the color style, maybe not so much of that on Dominion, there's a real anime style. I'm trying to draw stuff from like colorful 80s anime style with most of these stories. That on Dominion's a little different. It's black and white. I can't even, like Savage sort of Conan or Berserk, right? But this is definitely more anime influenced. I want this to be like anime type art, even more than manga art. Especially since it's in color. Anyway, so join here, draw these little things here. apparently in 2040s, where this takes place, there's the hair is like the 80s again. She has this spiky red hair or ginger hair. So now you have these here. So that's just an example of this. I'll start with him, right? This big bouncer dude, security guy, doorman, right? He big dude, big nose. The men have like the little cleft under there. He's got big, shaved head right there. I do those little lines there to denote the things there. I haven't really done anything with his cheekbones yet, but of course, he's got a thick neck, which is always a sign of a strong person if they have a thick neck. Right? And again, drawing this big collar, sharp dressed doorman, bouncer, right? And they're about to escort this troublemaker out. And then you got this big drag queen bouncer here. I'll draw like the very masculine nose, looking, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have fun with this character and the other character later. I'm gonna make them regulars who have to fight to keep these troublemakers out of the bar. And I don't mean him. I mean you're gonna see the troublemakers that come, who are technically of the same stripe as this character. So I like to really, really mess with stuff like that with these stories where you have sympathetic characters of all stripes, but you definitely, you're gonna have your villains more often than not be the opposite of all the villains you see in all these things normally. You got like some crazy wig with glitter on it, but big neck, and I'm not gonna draw that necklace, so I'm just gonna draw this necklace. Yeah. So anyway, this is kind of how I do it. And then I erase the pencil, I color it in, I go through it again, and then I kind of finish it where I go and I fill in lines, I add stuff, I add rudimentary shading. I'm really not good at shading, I'm not gonna lie. It's more important for the black and white stuff. This is supposed to almost be like an anime where you took like cells of it and put it in a book or something like the Japanese used to have. But you got the mace earrings. So that's basically how I'm doing this. And I don't know if this was any useful. It definitely not a tutorial. Anti-tutorial. That's what I'm about. Anti everything. All right, later.